Hello learners, in this video we will be discussing about how to generate Lissajous pattern on the CRO screen and how to measure frequency and phase angle difference between the waveforms. To observe the input signal on the CRO screen, external to the CRO we have to connect the input signal through the BNC connector. So this signal is given to the vertical deflection plates through the vertical amplifier inside the CRO, and there is a sawtooth generator circuit inside the CRO which generates the ramp signal given to the horizontal deflection plates. And because of this horizontal and vertical deflection inside the tube of electron beam, you are able to visualize the waveform, right? Now let us discuss this in detail before we discuss the Lissajous pattern generation. Now, so let us recall the operation of the CRO. Deflection of electron beam in vertical direction and horizontal direction inside the screen. Now let us consider the vertical deflection plates. When no voltage is applied across the vertical deflection plates, the luminous spot appears at the center of the screen, and when you apply the voltage across the vertical deflection plates, let it be like in upper voltage positive and lower voltage negative, and the positively charged plate attracts the negatively charged electrons. Hence the beam moves, the luminous spot moves from the center to the upward direction. And when you connect the voltage across the vertical deflection plates in the reverse manner, that is when upper plate is negative and lower plate is positive, now positively charged lower plate will attract the electron beam. Hence the luminous spot now from the center will move towards the downward direction. Hence we are able to move the luminous spot up and down by applying the voltage across the vertical deflection plates. Now let us recall the horizontal deflection. So in the horizontal deflection plates, when no voltage is applied and the electron beam strikes at the center of the screen and luminous spot appears at the center. Now when the voltage is applied across the horizontal deflection plates as shown in this figure, right, one plate positive and the other plate is negative, the positively charged plate will attract the negatively charged electron beam, and the luminous spot will go to the extreme point of the right. Okay, so from the center luminous spot will move towards the right direction, and when you apply the positive voltage other side and negative voltage in the front plate, right, now the luminous spot will move the left, it will move to the from the center, it will move towards the left direction, right. Hence now we are able to move the luminous spot from the center towards the we are able to move the luminous spot by deflecting the electron beam to the left direction and right, okay, like this. Now our requirement is exactly we have to move the luminous spot from the center towards the left direction, and when it reaches the left extreme point, again it has to come towards the center, and now it has to move towards the right extreme point, and it has to come back to the center, right? So to move the luminous spot in this fashion in the horizontal direction, we need a signal called sawtooth waveform or a ramp signal, right? So when you apply the ramp signal like this shown in figure to the horizontal deflection plates and no voltage applied to the vertical deflection plates, on the screen it will appear straight line, horizontal straight line. Now let us see how does it work. Look at the ramp signal at time t naught. The voltage is negative maximum, right? Hence the luminous spot will be at the extreme left, right? Luminous spot will be extreme left of the screen in the horizontal line, extreme left position at the horizontal line like this. Now from T0 to T1, the voltage, horizontal deflection plate voltage increases towards 0. Hence the luminous spot is moving towards the center. At time T1, look at the ramp signal. At time T1, voltage is 0. Now the luminous spot appears at the center of the screen. And after T1, the ramp signal increases. Hence the luminous spot also moves from the center towards the right, right in the right direction. Okay. Now at time t2, look at the ramp signal. It reaches the maximum positive voltage. Hence the luminous point reaches the maximum extreme position in the right side in the horizontal line. Now look at the ramp signal. Now at T2, the luminous spot is here at the extreme point of the right direction, and the voltage now suddenly in no time at time T2 to T3, the voltage switches from positive to the extreme negative voltage, positive maximum to the positive negative voltage, right? Hence the luminous spot also, see here from time t2 to time t3, in no time the voltage switches from positive peak to the negative peak. Hence the luminous spot on the screen at t2 to t3, suddenly it in no time it moves to the left extreme point. Okay, so from right extreme to the left extreme, in no time it switches at the fast. So we are not able to trace that switching. Now again from T3 to T4, from look at the ramp signal. From T3 to T4, it increases from negative to the towards the 0. Hence the luminous spot again increases from left extreme to the center point. Now at T4, no the voltage is 0, ramp signal is 0, hence it appears at the luminous spot appears at the center. Now from T4 to T5, again look at the ramp signal. It increases towards the positive voltage, hence the luminous spot also increases to the right extreme point. Again it suddenly switch back to here, and it moves to the center, and it moves to the right extreme and switch to the left extreme point, and so on, right? So this is what repeats. So now since this luminous point from the center going to the right extreme, again center, left extreme, again center, so it moves like this, it will appear only the horizontal line on the screen, right? So when you apply the ramp signal to the horizontal deflection plates and no voltage is applied across the vertical deflection plates, horizontal line appears on the screen. Now what happens when you apply the signal to both the plates, ramp signal to the horizontal deflection plates and the input signal sinusoidal waveform to the vertical deflection plates. Now this is the input signal V equal to A sin omega t, right? So now let the signal, input signal, to be displayed on the screen, right? Now what happens when you apply these two signals to the vertical deflection plates and horizontal deflection plates? See, look at the ramp signal at T naught. At T naught, it is at the negative voltage, right? At T naught, it is at the negative voltage. Ramp signal is at time at time T naught, ramp signal is at negative voltage and the input signal is 0. Hence, your luminous spot will appear at left extreme of the screen like this, okay? And at time t1, when between time t0 to t1, what happens? Between time t0 to t1, the ramp signal is somewhere here and the input signal is here, negative maximum. Hence, the luminous spot on the screen appears here. It appears here. The reason is actually from here the luminous spots, the ramp signal tries to move this luminous spot in this direction and vertical the input signal tries to move this spot vertically in this fashion, right? So in both horizontal and vertical deflection plates, due to the horizontal and vertical deflection, this point comes here, okay, in this shape, in this path, right? And from here at now the luminous spot, how the luminous spot reaches time at time t1. At time t1, the horizontal deflection plates moves towards the center of the screen and vertical deflection plates also moves to the center of the screen in this path, okay? So now this negative off cycle appears on the screen as this ramp signal from T0 to T1 when the ramp signal from T0 to T1 is given to the horizontal deflection plate like this from negative voltage towards 0 and the vertical deflection plate is negative off cycle. So the negative off cycle appears on the screen, okay? Similarly, now the luminous spot is at the center. Now the luminous spot is at the center at time t1. From t1 to t2, how does it work? Now the ramp signal from t1, it increases from 0 to positive maximum voltage, it increases. So this luminous spot tries to move in the right direction. But in the input signal given to the vertical deflection plates moves also increases in this shape, okay? So hence this luminous spot will be definitely moved towards the rightward direction but in this path, right? And similar again um, in this path. Okay, now at T2, from T0 to T2, right? Now look at this ramp signal from T0 to T1, T2. Here from T0, the input signal from T0 to T1 negative half cycle, from T1 to T2 positive half cycle. So the ramp signal from T0 to T1 tries to move this luminous part from in this horizontal direction to the entire line from T0 to T1 here, entire line. But in the vertical, the input signal tries to move in the horizontal, in this sinusoidal path, right? So this is the reason when a ramp signal is given to the horizontal deflection plates and the cycle, negative half cycle and positive half cycle of the input signal given to the vertical deflection plate, on the screen we are getting the waveform. Both should be synchronized. When both are synchronized, you are able to see this waveform on the screen. Okay, that is the idea. Now see, to display the waveform on the screen, we must give the ramp signal to the horizontal deflection plates, and the signal to be viewed is given to the vertical deflection plates. But what happens when you give two sinusoidal signals to the horizontal deflection plate and the vertical deflection plate, right? See, for example, if I want to measure the phase angle difference between the two waveforms, right? Two sinusoidal waveforms. Let us call the two sinusoidal waveforms Vx and Vy, right? So the Vx is the sinusoidal waveform shown here in the drawn in black color, is given to the horizontal deflection plates, and the another waveform, sinusoidal waveform Vy is given to the vertical deflection plates, right? So when you give these two sinusoidal waveforms, one to the horizontal deflection plates Vx and another to the vertical deflection plates Vy, what happens? This kind of waveform, this slope is appeared on the screen, right? How does it work? Now let Vx is a B sin omega t and Vy is A sin omega t, right? That is, A is the magnitude of the y signal given to the vertical deflection plates, and B is the magnitude of the signal given to the horizontal deflection plates. Now what happens? See, initially at time t naught, your luminous at time t naught, both the signals, the voltage at both signal is 0. At time t naught, Vx is 0, Vy is also 0. Hence, the luminous part appears at the center. As time increases from t0 to t1, right, the Vx and Vy both increases in a same fashion. Hence, this luminous part moves like this to, right? At time t1, this luminous part reaches appears here. The reason is, actually this from the center, the Vx tries to move this luminous part in the x direction, and Vy tries to move this luminous part in the y direction. Hence, since both voltages are equal and proportional, these luminous parts moves along this line. At time t1 it reaches here, and again after the time t1, Vy from its maximum value, Vy starts to decrease and Vx also starts to decrease. Now what happens? The luminous part from here, after T1, it come back towards the center along this line, right? So at T2 again it appears at the center of the screen. So for one positive half cycle of the Vx and Vy, the luminous part from the center it moves along this line, and at T1 it reaches here, and after T1 it moves, and at T2 it again come back to the center, right? And after T2 both Vx and Vy moves in the negative direction. See here, after T2 Vx moves negative peak, reaches, and Vy also moves towards the negative peak. Hence the after T2 the luminous part from the center it moves towards the downward direction, and it reaches along this line, and it reaches the maximum point here. Okay, and after T3 again it come back to the center, right? So during the one full cycle it moves like this from the center, it goes to the right this point at T1, and it again come back at time T2, and it moves to the downward direction and reaches the maximum point at T3, and it again come back at T4, right? So this is how it moves along this line. This happens when both Vx and Vy are have the same magnitude and same frequency and same phase angle, right? So when the slope appears like this, the phase angle difference between the Vx and Vy must be a 0, or it must be a 360 degree. That is the meaning, right? So when you get the Lizarzo's, when you give the Vx and Vy with the same magnitude, same frequency and same phase angle like this waveform to the horizontal deflection plates and vertical deflection plates on the CRO screen, you get the line like this. This straight line makes the angle 45 degree to the x-axis. So this is the line we get. This is the Lizarzo's pattern we get on the screen. So the meaning of this pattern is these two waveforms, the phase angle difference between these two waveform is 0 or 360 degree. Okay, that is how we have to understood the phase angle difference between the waveforms. So so when the Lizarzo's pattern appears like the straight line like this, right, the phase angle difference between the two waveforms Vx and Vy is 0 degree or 360 degree. Now suppose if the pattern appears like this, then that means the phase angle difference between the Vx and Vy is 30 degree or 330 degree. Okay, and if the waveform appears like this, that is the ellipse, right, the minor axis increases. So if when the wave pattern appears like this, that means the phase angle difference between the Vx and Vy is 45 degree or 315 degree, right? So from the pattern appears on the screen, we will be able to estimate the phase angle difference between the waveforms, right? Now suppose if the Lizarzo's pattern appears like this, now what is the difference? Now the major axis of the ellipse shifted changes the direction, right? So if the pattern appears like this, then the phase difference between the waveforms are maybe a 270 degree, right? And again when the pattern appears like this, it will be 180 degree, right? The phase angle difference between the two waveform is 180 degree. When the line appears like this, it is 0 degree or 360 degree. When a line appears like this, it is the phase angle between the x and y is 180 degree, right? So from the pattern we will be able to estimate the phase angle difference. What happens when the phase angle difference is 90 degree, right? What happens when the phase angle difference is 90 degree like this? See here, Vx and Vy, observe the waveform Vx and Vy. Vx is B sin omega t and Vy is A cos omega t. That is, the phase angle difference between these two waveforms is exactly 90 degree. So when the Vx and Vy differs by 90 degree, we get the exact circle on the CRO. How this circle appears? See, at T naught, Vx is 0. That is, the Vx means horizontal deflection rate 0 and Vy is maximum. So the luminous part one minute. So when Vx is 0, Vy is maximum, the luminous part appears here. Because Vx is 0, it will not move in the horizontal direction. Vy is maximum, hence it moves in the vertical direction to the maximum point. Right? Now, at time t1, Vy is 0, but Vx is maximum. Right? That means at time t1, Vx is maximum. Hence, it moves from here to here. Because now Vx is maximum but Vy is 0. So the luminous part appears appears along the horizontal line to the maximum point. Now at time t2, again Vx 0, Vy negative maximum. See here at t2 Vx is 0, Vy negative maximum. So at t2, at time t2, from here the luminous part Vx is 0, right? But Vy is negative maximum. So Vx 0 means it will tries to move towards the center, but Vy is negative maximum. So now it moves along this line from here, right? And again at t4 it moves from here to the left extreme. Hence the luminous part moves along this circle line, right? So when the phase angle difference is exactly 90 degree, the circle appears on the screen. Okay, so from this we understand that whenever the circle appears on the screen, that means Vx and Vy is same frequency but 90 degree phase angle. Okay, this is how we have to measure the phase angle difference between the waveforms. Now how to measure the frequency? Now look at the waveform Vx and Vy. Both are at different frequency. Vx is low frequency signal, Vy is a high frequency signal. Maybe Vx equal to Vy equal to 2Vx. Now when the Vx and Vy like this is given to the horizontal and vertical deflection plates, the waveforms appears on the screen, the pattern appears on the screen is like this. How does it work? See, at t naught Vx is 0, Vy is also 0. Then the luminous part at the center. And at the time t off, Vy maximum but Vx is at some positive voltage. So Vx somewhere here, it should be somewhere here, but Vy is maximum voltage. So now from here it moves along this line and reaches here. Okay, at t off, at time t1, Vy 0, Vx maximum. So Vx maximum, so come to the right extreme point, but Vy is 0. So it is along the x-axis line because Vy is 0. So the luminous part is in the x-axis, but Vx is maximum. That is why it is in the right extreme point. And at t1 and half, again it moves like this because Vy negative and Vx is coming towards 0. So it moves like this, and at t2 it come back again to the 0 along this path because at t2 Vx is 0 and Vy is again 0. Right? See here, at t2 Vx is 0, Vy is 0, so it come back to the center. So now again Vy is maximum from after t2, Vy increases to the maximum point, but Vx to the negative increases negatively. Now what happens? The same circle appears in the other side. That is, after t2, it Vy is positive maximum voltage, Vx also negative, right? So it moves like this, and at t3 Vy 0, Vx negative maximum. So luminous spot on the x-axis maximum point at the left extreme, and it moves like this and it like this, right? So we get the waveform like this, pattern like this on the screen. When the different frequency signal is given to the Vx and Vy, that is Vy equal to 2Vx, 2 times Vy is higher, greater than Vx. So when you give like this, you get 2 circles in the horizontal direction. Okay. So now how to estimate the frequency? So we note Tx equal to Ty, right? To estimate the frequency, we have to use this formula. The number of intersections of the Lejardos pattern in the horizontal line divided by the number of intersections with the vertical line, right? So look at here, suppose consider this waveform, right? So now we have got this waveform. From the center, one circle this side and another circle this side. Okay, just what we discussed now. Now this pattern crosses the x-axis here. How many places? See here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 intersections. So the Lejardos pattern crosses the x-axis at 4 places, 4 intersections, 1, 2, 3, 4. And what about the y-axis intersections? 1 and 2 only. Okay, 2 intersections on the y-axis. Hence the frequency is the number of intersections on the x-axis divided by the number of intersections on the y-axis. So 4 by 2. So it is nothing but 2. So 2 times greater, right? The ratio, we have got the ratio between the two waveforms, right? From this we will be able to estimate we have to find the frequency, right? See here, look at this pattern. It crosses the x-axis at 3 places and y-axis 1. So 3 by 1, 3 times, right? So the y is Vy is 3 times greater than Vx. Okay. So this is how we can find the frequency of the waveforms. and when you give a different ratio of the frequencies, you will get the pattern like this. And here you have to find the x-axis interactions and y-axis intersections, and the x-axis intersections divided by the y-axis intersections give you the ratio of the frequency. From this you will be able to estimate the frequency, right? Thank you.